Thank you for stopping by the Funky Rider. Today we have a special treat. We're going to be making cast iron lasagna from scratch. Take a look at that pan. Isn't that a gorgeous cast iron pan? Move it around a little bit. The other side, the other side, the other side. There you go. Look how shiny that is. All right. Well seasoned. And we're just going to watch the queen take over the kitchen to make some lasagna.
Hey everyone, this is Pickles. And Pickles is in the kitchen cooking with the cast iron today. We're going to be doing cast iron skillet lasagna. I'm going to show you the ingredients and my step-by-step method to make this fantastic dish. This dish I make is enough to last for a couple days depending on the size of your family, which may last a day and a half, I don't know. But us lasagna lovers over here in our house, it lasts us maybe a day and a half. So I'm going to show you how to do it. And I hope y'all are getting hungry, so get your pen and paper ready, and here we go. So I've been heating up my Griswold 9-incher cast iron skillet. You want to get a good heat on that. It doesn't have to be smoking hot, but as long as you got a good heat on it, so you're ready to go. So while that's heating up, I got my hamburger meat right here. This is extra lean hamburger meat. We like ours with not too much drainage on the grease. I'm going to drain this after I cook it to drain off any extra fat off of it. The rest of my ingredients over here, I have olive oil, salt, garlic powder, and there went the lid, onion powder, Italian seasoning, and some extra garlic powder just in case I need some more garlic in the lasagna, because we like a lot of garlic in our lasagna. I have here a strainer dish sitting on some napkins. Because after I cook the hamburger meat really good, I'm going to put the hamburger meat in here to drain the hamburger meat. So y'all ready? Here we go. My skillet's it's pretty good and warm because I can feel the heat coming off of it. So I'm just going to put just a couple blips of olive oil. That equals out to about maybe 1 teaspoon. You can see I got a little bit of smoke going on, so I got to turn the fan on, so I'll try to talk louder. Let me turn this down just a smidgen. Oh yeah, it's hot. When you get that sizzle, it's hot. I'm going to have to wash my hands again. I like to break up the hamburger meat as I'm dropping it in. I don't know why I do that, I just do. And the hamburger meat, I always try to get it fresh the day of that I'm going to make the lasagna.
Smells good already. Woo!
Woo! Try to turn that off now. It might get a little smoky in here.
Hopefully we don't hit a smoke alarm.
Well, we might. Okay, so I start getting a good cooking on that. I'm going to add just a little bit more olive oil. You can add it as you're going if you want. You don't have to. Look how fast it's cooking up. Woo! I do have a special guest with me in the kitchen today, and it is...
And here we have Boo Boo. He's waiting for his food. Kind of like, wake me up when it's done. Right, Boo Boo? Boo Boo.
Well, Boo Boo's my cooking buddy. Who's operating the camera?
The Funky Ride. Folks, let me tell you, this lasagna is amazing. No kidding, for real, it's amazing. You'll see. The taste, wow, it's to die for. You'll see, man. And it looks wonderful. When it's done, you're not going to believe it. Why?
Okay, I'm going to add some salt.
That's some sea salt, by the way.
You don't have to add salt because when you put the Parmesan cheese in here, Parmesan cheese already has some salt content in it. But I just like to add just a little bit to get it started. So there's a little bit of garlic powder left on here. I'm going to add pretty much the whole rest of this bottle of garlic powder. You can use real garlic cloves if you want. If you really want to get a even deeper garlic flavor, take garlic, cut it in half, a whole garlic, roast it in the oven, foil in an oven, get it good and caramely, chop it up, and put that in your hamburger meat while it's cooking. So you kind of get like a smoky flavor on the garlic. I have a trash bowl going on over here. So now I'm going to add some onion powder. I'm going to add chopped onions. I have chopped onions ready to go. I just have to finish chopping them. But again, I like to add my pre-seasons as I go along. So we have that. So now I'm going to add some Italian seasoning just to give it a little bit more flavor there. I don't add a lot. It's like, for me, it's just I eyeball it. So just eyeball.
To taste.
To taste. You can do that. So let me put that up just a little bit.
Ah, it smells good. Look at the dog. Dog smelling the air too. It smells good, boo-boo.
Okay, so now I'm going to get my little meat chopper thinger here. Because we like to have our meat a little bit chopped a little bit more. So while this is going, we're going to stop just for right now so I can get this meat cooked. And once I get it cooked, I'll put it in the strainer and we'll come back. See you in a few minutes. Okay, so we're back. So I got, as you can see, the meat is just about halfway cooked through. So I'm getting ready to add my onions. I already got this nifty little gadget here with the onions I put in her. It's about half of a medium onion. You can add more onions, suit to taste, whatever you want. So let me just finish chopping a couple little pieces in there. If you like your onions mushy, chop them mushy. If you like them bulky chop them bulky. We're kind of like about in between.
And Boo Boo's right next to you.
My little...
Oh, wait, he's shy now. He said, nope, I'm a guy.
So let me put that top piece in the sink. Oh, I wish y'all had smell-o-vision.
Oh, yeah.
It is amazing. So I'm going to dump the whole thing. I'm going to scoop most of this out because on the bottom, there's a red thing on the bottom here. I don't want that to fall inside the meat and, you know, maybe melt. So I'm going to put this whole chopped onion in here. Now, if y'all have any questions, make sure you post them in the comments once we get the video up and going there. Now, we'll do our best to get your questions answered. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video, give us thumbs up, let us know how you like this video, and also let us know what you like to see in future videos. Okay, let me get my little pot. Hold on, I'm going to give this a quick little stir. Get those onions infused in the meat. And as this meat is cooking, it's browning, getting like a lovely golden brown color too, which I like to do on my lasagna.
Nice caramelization.
I think it gives a really nice taste to it. Now, I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me try to move this. This is why I like extra lean meat. You see that in the pan? Look at that. There's hardly any fat in there. fat grease. Look at that. Hardly any. I'm still going to drain the meat, but look at that. The meat is not swimming in my cast iron. So we're going to cook this just a little bit longer, then I'm going to move it off the stove here and put it in the drainer to drain, and we'll be back. Drain any extra little fat grease that's on here, so I'm just going to start. Normally I pick the skillet up, but this Griswold is rather heavy, so I'll just do it, scoop it like this. So I just wanted to show you that I have it. I'm scooping it, and it's on paper towels to absorb the grease. Rule of thumb, never throw your grease down the drain. Throw your grease away, not in the drain. It clogs the pipes. So we'll be back. Okay, so I got my meat all nice and browned, and my onions are cooked, which are going to cook some more once I get it in the oven. I'm going to show you, I'm going to put it into my little sieve here thing to drain any extra little fat grease that's on here. So I'm just going to start. Normally I pick the skillet up, but this Griswold is rather heavy, so I'll just do it, scoop it like this. So I just wanted to show you that I have it. I'm scooping it, and it's on paper towels to absorb the grease. Rule of thumb, never throw your grease down the drain. Throw your grease away, not in the drain. It clogs the pipes. So we'll be back. Okay, so welcome back to Pickles Kitchen. We're cooking cast iron skillet lasagna, and my special guest who's recording is
TheFunkyRida.
And we have Mr. Boo Boo.
Dog approved.
Just so you know, every time I get in the kitchen cooking, Boo Boo has to get in his usual spot, which is off to the side, but he loves being near me. Alright, so the next phase we're going to do real quick is I'm going to get the cream cheeses ready. I have some ricotta cheese, cottage cheese, and I use whipped cream cheese. You can use whatever cheeses you want. You can use a solid block of cream cheese. Just bring it to room temperature. Each one of these is going to equivalent, oh, that's a new word, equivalent, TheFunkyRida.
Yeah.
Is going to be equivalent to 1 cup each, or half of the ricotta here, half of the whipped cream cheese, and half of the cottage cheese. So I'll be back once I get all that mixed together. Okay, so I got everything, all the cheeses mixed in here. I did add an egg. The egg will cook when it's in the oven, so don't worry.
It helps bind it.
Now, there's a reason why we put the cream cheese in here. And what is that again, Mr. FunkyRida, while I mix this together?
That's just part of the recipe that we've used in the Marine Corps. Actually, no, not the Marine Corps, but another very famous restaurant that I've worked at, and it makes it really, really flavorful. Nice, smooth taste.
Now, it looks lumpy because that's the cottage cheese that's in there. So I'm just gently mixing the egg in here and making sure all the cheeses are mixed together. That's all I'm doing. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, the next step, and this, before we put everything all together, is I'm going to show you the next step with the cheeses. I've got Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese. I use Colby Monterey and Jack cheese. For this type of cheese, you can use any cheese you want, any flavor. We just happen to like this one. These are all finely shredded. I get that because I get a little bit more in the bag, and I can spread a lot more cheese in the lasagna to make it really ooey gooey and delicious. I have a 45-ounce jar of spaghetti sauce. If you want to make your own spaghetti sauce, send me the recipe. Otherwise, you can just buy a jar, 45 ounces. Okay? And then the last thing I have here, and the last step, is these are oven-baked, ready-to-go, oven-baked lasagna noodles. No boiling needed. They're oven ready. So I'm gonna, when I layer the skillet, these are gonna go right on there. These will cook in the oven. Trust me, they will cook. I was skeptic at first, but they do cook.
Yeah, they absorb the liquid.
Okay, so we'll be back when we get ready to start layering. Okay, so we're going to do the meat thing real quick here. I'm going to put some meat, the spaghetti sauce into the meat. What I wanted to show you real quick here in this pan, I did not wash this pan or clean it yet because on the bottom of this pan is the yum yums from the meat. That's the best part to this lasagna is those yum yums. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of spaghetti sauce on the bottom. Equals out to about maybe half a cup. Let me get a towel real quick in case that spills. Because I'm going to add the rest of this jar into this meat. But here I put my handle this way because of me getting ready to line the skillet here with everything once I bring the cheeses over. You can have your burner turned off too. Make sure your burners are turned off when you get ready to layer this because you don't want to cook this on the stove. You want to cook it in the oven. So once you get your sauce in there, just spread it around. Here goes the rest of this sauce in here. Ooh! Shake, rattle, and roll. All right, there's that. Okay, I'm going to mix this up real quick, and then we'll be...
Okay, now she had put the second layer, like I said, crisscross. In other words, one layer of noodles up, down, and the second layer left, right, or right, left.
Like you're making a cross.
Yeah.
Crisscross. So now I'm going to add some more schmear of this lovely cheese. Cream cheese. Creamy cheeses, I mean. Again, the same thing. You can add as much as you want or as little as you want, whatever you prefer. And you just kind of want to smooth it out. FunkyRida's pointing at the cheese.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to it. You got to put your layer of cheese on here first. Your gooey cheese. Can y'all see that so far? Does it look good so far?
Mm-hmm.
Here comes some more cheese. I think about the total prep time on this for me is about 2 hours from start to finish. And I'm dropping cheese on the floor and Boo-Boo's going to pounce on it.
Mm-hmm.
That includes the baking time. Baking time should be about, I would start with, because your oven's going to be preheated, I would start with going on 35 minutes and then check it every 10-minute intervals. Because ovens vary, baking times vary, and you don't want your cheese and your lasagna to burn.
Just take a knife and put it through the middle, and if the knife goes all the way through, the noodles are good to go. Check
Another way that I can tell, because I make lasagna all the time for my family, is how I can tell when my lasagna is ready is when I can really smell it. When I can really smell it, it's ready, it's done, and I get the garlic bread ready. This is Parmesan cheese I'm sprinkling on top. Okay, and I'm going to do another layer. Normally I can get about 3 to 4 good layers on here, but you don't never want to go all the way to the edge when you're putting your lasagna together, because while this is baking in the oven, this is going to bubble up.
Be boiling.
And you don't want it to bubble over and all your lovely
Juices.
And sauce that you put together, you don't want it to just escape out of the pan by bubbling over. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to put some more noodles on top again. And we'll be back. Okay, so now I got another layer down. I'm going to go for one more layer on here. So I'm going to throw some more sauce down with the meat. And this is about like I don't even know how many layers I got in here. I think I got 3 layers now. So now I'm going to really load it up with the meat. This is pretty much going to be the next to the last layer. A little bit more. And we're going to smoosh this out.
Always make sure you put it down the corners or the sides in this situation.
It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to have the exact all the way to the sides. Trust me, because this is going to bubble up when it's in the oven. Okay, so I'll be back with the final layer. Okay, so we're down to the last layer on here. You can see it's pretty full to the top, but it's not overly full. I'm just adding the last bit of some cheese to the top. I still got some meat sauce.
Mozzarella.
And some mozzarella. I put just a little bit of mozzarella on here. Then I'm going to add the rest of the meat sauce on top. There we go. Move it that way so y'all can see it. I'm just going to loosely sprinkle this on top. Y'all getting hungry yet? Make sure you give us a like, click like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this video with your friends.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate you coming into our home, into Pickles' kitchen. And Pickles doing cast iron cooking today for y'all. Put that out of the way.
Big old lasagna there. Whew.
Okay, now I'm going to add the last of the little bit of the cheese. And you can do this any way you want. Doesn't have to be special. I just don't want to waste all my ingredients that I have here.
Good to the last drop.
And I'm just plopping it on there. Nothing special. Because again, it's all going to cook and get all nice and yummy. So let me put some more shredded cheese on here. The size bags of these cheeses, it says it's 8-ounce bags, which is equivalent to 2 cups per bag. And again, you can use any kind of cheese you want.
But you gotta have mozzarella.
But you gotta have mozzarella. So I'm just sprinkling it on there.
Almost looks like a pizza pie. Pizza, pizza! La 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 la.
Let me get the mozzarella on there. The mozzarella, I'm not gonna be using the whole bag. You can if you want. You don't have to.
But if you like that stretch,
Then use the whole bag. The mozzarella ounce is the same. It says 8-ounce or 2 cups. Just put it on there. There's a little spot on the back part here. Seems to be, there it goes. Now we're getting it on there. Okay, and last but not least, some Parmesan cheese. This is a 6-ounce bag, which says 1.5 cups. Again, I'm not using a lot of it, just enough to get that flavor in there. Again, you can add more or less to your liking, whatever your taste buds desire. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is we are going to put this on a cookie sheet lined with foil. Trust me, you're going to want to do this unless you feel like cleaning your oven late at night. I put this on a foil lined cookie sheet to cook.
good boo boo. He's like, drop it here.
Boo Boo's like, Drop it down here. Oh my gosh, this is heavy. Woo!
That's a big old lasagna right there, boys.
Okay, the last thing I gotta get, which I forgot to get, and I'll get it, is a little piece of foil. I'm just gonna make a dome tent on it, because I don't want my cheese to burn too bad. I will pull this off midway through when I start smelling it that it's done, to really get it golden brown. So I'm just making a dome, and I'm just gently placing it on her. That's all I'm doing. I'm not pushing down on it. Just make like a little tent. All right. So now I'm going to go to the oven. You can see this?
Mm-hmm. Yipper.
I already have my oven pre-baked, or preheated, pre-baked. Oh, yeah. Preheated oven, 400 degrees. She's going to bake. I'm going to start her at 35 minutes. And I forgot to lower the rack. Hang on. Forgot to lower the rack. You want to put this on your lowest rack setting in your oven. I always forget one or two steps. All right, here we go again. I'm not kidding, y'all. It's heavy. But you know what?
Looks like a turkey.
We're talking some yumminess, goodness coming out soon. All right, there you have it. We will be back when it's all done to show you when it's all done. Stay tuned.
Go.
Hello again. It's Pickles in the kitchen doing the cast iron skillet lasagna with my special guest.
TheFunkyRida.
Okay, we're just showing you it's pretty much done. I pulled the foil tent off. What I'm doing is all of this is going to get golden brown, and it's going to be done. This is, see here? This is why I put this on a cookie sheet, foil lined cookie sheet, because I really don't feel like cleaning my oven late tonight. If I have to, I would, but you know what? This is the best little... So trust me, put it on a cookie sheet. So we'll be back when it's all golden brown and out of the oven. Is it on?
Yes.
Is this recording?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, this Pickles once again back in the kitchen finishing up with the step-by-step process of the cast iron skillet lasagna. I'm getting ready to pull it out of the oven so y'all can see it. So here we go. As it did, it baked for 35 minutes. I pulled the foil tent off and let it go for another 10 minutes. And here comes the end result. And of course the house smells like delicious lasagna. And that's how I know it's done. Here it comes. Look at that. Does that not look beautiful?
Man, get out of town.
Okay, so we're going to let it rest for about 10 minutes because we want the cheese to settle down because it's just bubbling, scorching hot. And we'll plate up a little bit, let you see the inside of it, and we'll be back. Stay tuned. Okay, here's the final end result. She's kind of cooled down in about 10 minutes. I pre-cut it, and I'm going to pull out a nice little slice. So here we go. The house smells heavenly. We'll go with this piece right here. Look at that. Look at that. Can y'all smell it? Let me get one more piece. It smells so good. Nothing is sticking to the cast iron because of it being well seasoned. Look at that ooey gooey goodness. Oh my gosh. Cheese everywhere. Can you see it, Mr. FunkyRida?
Looks delicious.
Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at that. We'll leave that right there. It's just ooey gooing all over the place. Okay, so there you have it. Quick and easy Cast Iron Skillet Lasagna. If you like this video, please make sure you give us a thumbs up. Click the video to subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell.
Thank you so much,
Share.
folks. Thank you. But I gotta go. Chow time.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Time to eat.